Okay, here's a continuation. Navy Federal.
This call may or may not be recorded for quality assurance purposes. Hello, I'm sorry.
Yes, hello, is this Mr. Lewis?
Yes, hi. This call may or may not be. This call may or may not be recorded for quality assurance purposes.
Okay. This is Dave calling from Navy Federal Credit Union.
Thank you.
Calling you back to let you know that I've looked into everything I can think of, and I don't see any options at this point. The only thing I can suggest is that get the information to Susie and let her send it up to the credit committee and see what they have to say.
Okay, can I make a request to have a different representative be in charge of my file? The woman's hung up on me twice, and I would just rather have someone else that's not so short-tempered, I guess.
Okay, she did explain that to me. It was accidental, but...
Twice?
Yes, sir, because first time she was...
No, not in the middle of a sentence, no.
Okay. It really doesn't matter. I will,
It does matter. I'm requesting to file a complaint, so it does
No,
matter.
I understand. No, I didn't mean it didn't matter. It didn't matter me arguing with you that I knew how you felt about it. And
Okay.
That was my... Okay, I will see about getting the file signed to someone else, and I will have them contact you.
Thank you. I mean, it's $1,400 less a month. I pay my bills. Bank of America is allowed to shred documents and falsify documents over and over again. I'm a viable client for you guys. I plan on paying my bills. If you don't believe me, I'll put it in writing that you can pull it from my account before any other bill. I mean, how much more of a guarantee do you need? Can I present it? Can I go to the Navy Federal here and present it to a board?
No, sir. There would be nobody there that would be able to help you. All they can do is that when you go to those branches, they take the applications and they can discuss it with you. But that's about all they can do. They would be in the same situation that we would. They would assign it to a processor, and the processor would look at it like we have looked at it.
I have a suggestion. Can I make a YouTube video, and before the people that decide to either approve or disapprove my loan, can they watch the video? I'll put it together in a nice way and just go off the list of what I've been through and how well I pay my bills. I mean, is there anyone at the bank that's willing to step up for me and say, hey, this guy's a sure win? Or do I have to always get Congress involved and have them force the hand of whoever's working? That's not fair either.
The thing is, sir, it's not we can tell or we can see that you do pay your bills. We see that from your credit report and your credit scores and everything else. That's not the problem. It's not that you don't pay your bills. It's the point that right now it looks like it may be a little tight for you because there is so much debt out there compared to what income you have, and that's what we have to be concerned about.
Oh, yes, and me saving $1,400 a month is something that the banks have no concern in. If I'm making these bills the way they are now, as bad as they are, why would you think I could not make a payment that's $1,400 less when I have guaranteed income for life, is my point.
Okay. All I can say is that we do have guidelines that we have to follow. The guidelines have been established.
By who? By whom? I'm sorry. Who set the guidelines? Because that's who I'm going to climb the
mortgage industry. The mortgage industry. When there was problems with the mortgage industry years ago, when the government got involved, the Fannie Mae and the investors, all these people have set guidelines that we have to follow. We just can't step out on our own.
Okay, but I can have Congresswoman Susan Davis. She pushed mine through with Bank of America. It was missing. No one knew where it was. It's in the computer somewhere, but we can't tell you. As soon as I called Congresswoman Susan Davis, the following week, they found new paperwork. And as soon as I tape recorded them being in violation of federal guidelines, they snapped even faster. I used to be a realtor. I'm retired for 7 years or more. I know how to do a healthy business procedure. Bank of America does not follow any of the guidelines. They keep the customer in the dark, and then they spring it on them when they're in a moment of stress and duration. If they have families and kids, they're going to sign whatever they put in front of their faces. And this is the government now, so Navy Federal is blaming the government for the guidelines? I'm just trying to get to the bottom of it, because I pay my bills. And for you to say that the guidelines don't allow it, that means it's government. So I appreciate your help. I have your number. And I'll just let Congresswoman Susan Davis's assistant, Michael, is it Michael? Yeah, Michael McLaughlin. Do you want his number? Can you possibly speak with them? Or you want to just wait till they call in?
I'll wait till they call, sir.
Okay. All right, and you don't have any other programs. How many files did you look in approximately? How many different programs are available at this time?
There are several different, but as I was trying to explain to you before, there's not only the commercial guidelines, there's loan-to-value guidelines, and with your how much you have to pay off.
Yes. You see, I'm holding the federal government responsible because of this market crash and Bank of America shredding documents and them not doing anything to help the public. That's why I take Congresswoman Susan Davis's office as well. I'm going to have them call you to find a happy medium, because if they're setting the guidelines and Navy Federal is now blaming the government as well as Bank of America, the government can deal with it. So I thank you for your time, and I appreciate you looking into what you did. If you want to find some of these on YouTube, it's Patrick1678, no spaces. I would probably do that on your own time, though, but just so you can see my point, I have Bank of America lying over and over again on tape. I have newscasters saying the government has given up. I'm not going to stop until either I'm in my grave or they say, hey, yeah, the bank's made a mistake. Let's help out the citizens. All these houses that we took back inappropriately, let's raise their FICO scores back up so they can start spending money in the economy. No one's taking any accountability anywhere, and that's why I tape everything. So I will let you go, and I thank you for being very helpful.
Okay.
You take care.
You want us to go ahead and submit your loan to the
Yes,
committee?
please, please. Can you do it with some kind of presentation, or does it just get dropped on someone's desk, or e-filed, or how do they get my paperwork?
We submit the information up to the credit committee. They review it.
How do they get it, though? Do you hand carry it up there? Is it sent via email?
No, it's all done through the computer.
Okay, can I make a special request that mine's walked over with an explanation, please, that I have documentation? I mean, the news media put it out there. Banks are shredding documents. Wouldn't you want to be the hero rescuing a veteran, a disabled veteran that's had AIDS for 25 years by giving him a loan that's actually real because he pays his bills? If you send my report up there, my file, they're going to look at the numbers and say no. If you can show them what I've been through, or at least say, hey, this is a special situation, please look at it, Congresswoman Susan Davis's office is getting involved. Or I just have to wait and let them do their thing like they did last time.
Okay. Well, we'll let them know that, yes, sir.
You will somehow find a way to convey what I've been going through, and the reason I feel, I'll even back up my own payment by saying you guys can take that out of my account before anything else. It's direct deposit for the rest of my life. How can a bank go wrong with something like that? And not to mention it's going to knock out my credit card. That's $500 a month. Why can't they step up for the consumer? They want to fix this economy. They got to start treating the consumer, give them a little bit more rights, instead of, as the market's crashing, raise how much you have to put down. You guys are all waiting to collect the foreclosures, allegedly. That's why I have to get Congresswoman Susan Davis's office involved, because the rules are set for the rich, allegedly. Okay, how are you going to convey my distress if you're sending it via the internet?
I'm going to explain it, sir. I mean, I don't know what else you want me to say. I mean, we're going to explain it in, like an email, explaining to them exactly what's going on, and
okay,
let them review it.
Can you put the footnote in there of YouTube, Patrick1678, no spaces? Especially look for the one with Mr. Cohen. I was watching late night TV and I heard a news reporter say, the main objective of being a reporter is never become part of the story. Well, Mr. Cohen has, and the government has become part of the story. So, I mean, if they're going to still continue to play unethically, the public has a right to know.
Okay, well, we'll get this up to the credit committee, and then I'll have somebody contact you back when we have results, okay?
And the results, if they say no, there is another level of appeal, correct?
If for some reason they say no, you should get a letter in the mail, and it would explain to you how you could appeal that. Yes, sir.
Okay. Why are you saying if for some reason they say no? You've already told me it's at 90% and they're not going to approve it. I was asking you what kind of documentation or support can you add to that? What kind of personal effect that the customer is aware that the big banks are shredding and forging documents? This guy will give his firstborn to keep his house. You know, I just want to make sure there's another avenue for us to pursue because you've already told me they're going to say no because of the debt to income.
You asked me to put an appeal in, and I was going to put an appeal.
Yes, please.
I cannot read someone else's mind. I don't think it's going to go through, but I can't read their mind. They may have a counter offer. They may have something they come back with.
Okay. All right.
That's why I'm gonna have Susie and submit the loan up to the credit committee and see what's going on, and then we'll be able to talk further from there.
Wonderful, except for the fact that you said you were going to have someone other than Susie work on my file.
Right. Okay. And that's why I caught myself because I didn't have a name at this point because I'll have somebody other than Susie submit the file.
Thank you, thank you. I'm from Jersey, if that helps. I hear your Eastern accent. I'm a Jersey boy, but I appreciate everything you're doing.
I'm from New York.
Okay, I knew that. Thank you so much.
All right, you take care
Okay,
now.
have a blessed day. Thank you.
Bye-bye now.
Okay. Well, they declined it. They declined it a second time. And then I just got so disgusted with my whole thing with Bank of America that I don't know what to do next. I'm trying to do another modification with the correct numbers. What I learned, oh, that's a whole different topic. Let's leave this one on Navy Federal.